So what I want to talk about with you in this video is actually more of a mathematical concept than it is a chemistry concept. But you'll see the term inflection point and curvature thrown up a lot in these videos on titration. So I just want to make sure you have a fundamental understanding of what they are. So when we talk about curvature, the best way to think about it is think of it as a bowl. So a bowl has a curve associated with it. Now, if the bowl was open up, we call this a positive or upwards curvature. So if we were to pour water in this bowl, it would fill the bowl. The reverse of this is a negative or downwards curvature. So in this case, the bowl is face down. If we put water into it, it'll pour right back out. Now, the reason why we look at inflection points is they look at a change in curvature. So I've got this arbitrarily drawn curve here. It looks in this case like I've got kind of a bowl turned about 45 degrees, but it's still pointed down. So I would say at this point in the graph, I have a negative curvature. Over here though, the bowl is up, and so I have a positive curvature. And above this point, my curvature goes back down. These points where we shift from down to up, up to down, are what are called inflection points. So mathematically, what is an inflection point? An inflection point is where the second derivative of y with respect to x equals 0. So in other words, if I take the slope of the slope, I will get 0. Now, it doesn't say the slope is 0, it just says the slope of the slope is 0. So you can see in this one, my slope isn't actually 0. I actually have a non-zero slope. Here it looks close to 0. That's not a requirement for the inflection points. The only requirement for inflection points is that we see a change in curvature and the second derivative is equal to 0. Now, are you expected to be able to calculate second derivatives? No, calculus is not a requisite for this course. But what you do need to be able to do is recognize what an inflection point is. And you can do this just by qualitatively looking at the curve. Do you see a downward curvature or an upward curvature? Where those two connect, that's your inflection point.